stands, and it was just, I hated to see that happen.
Very, very sad night.
Yeah, he had a group of sponsors in
Yeah.
the stands that came to watch.
That's right.
They did. Two
A
groups.
bunch,
Well, it was Willamette Valley Bank night.
Yep.
That's
Well,
what
that's
happens
his
where-
deal.
That's where
Yeah.
he's
I thought there
employed.
was- I thought there was 3 groups there,
Well, there might have been.
Yeah, I
Mark,
think there was
Mark's
3
got a large
sponsors
fan
there, yeah.
base.
Yeah.
but they came to watch, and and he
He's-
wanted to do good. Heck, we all wanted him to do good. But
You hate seeing anything happen like
Snake
that
bit.
to any driver.
snake bit.
Yep, absolutely. I hate seeing that to happen to any driver. I mean, we know what Did you see the pictures on Facebook of the engine? There's a reason there was a lot of smoke. I mean, that thing, yard sale.
Did it nuclear?
Pretty much.
It was nuclear.
It was bad. It was, that motor will not be.
I bet the Pistons were swapping holes before it let go.
Something like that. It was pretty bad. Now, a couple other guys that had some bad luck was the Massey boys. Both of them got turned around and brought out cautions, and I thought, given what we've seen this year, that when Koffel and Elliott got to the front, that it was going to be a show. It wasn't. It was over. It was just first and second, settle in, do your thing. The rest of the field is where the show was. It was the battle for fourth. I would call it. There was 3 positions there. That was, third, fourth, and fifth, and whatever it was, we talked about it. Augustine and the 24, and Bob Dees in the 6. They had a great race going.
You get back to where Dubert and Arnold.
Yeah, those guys. Let's talk about Greg Arnold for a second. Did anybody pay attention to what he did? The 39 car won the late model light race before, went home, took the little engine out, put the big engine in.
Oh, that's right. He did swap them, didn't he?
And passed a bunch of cars Saturday night. I mean, it's the first time we've seen him in the late model, and I'll tell you what, he looked pretty darn good. I mean, he gave those guys a run. He was battling for, I think at one point, 3rd or 4th position when I'm not sure what happened. Something let go, but he kind of faded just a bit. But running order, Elliott obviously got the win. We've mentioned that. Koffel was second. Dave Everson matched his best 3rd place finish. Augustine and Dees. Augustine and Dees was the race of the night. I mean,
okay, now you want me to hype you up here? It was really good watching them race the other night. But my expectations for 3 weeks from this Saturday night, August the 24th.
Who knows?
Oh, my God. The late model showdown.
The Cottonwood Classic.
That's right.
It's been a long time.
My heart's palpitating right now.
Everybody knows, it's no secret. I mean, I've already said it. They're my favorite division. I'm excited about this. We are going to have, if everybody that I've talked to actually says they're showing up, we're looking at 40-plus late models, guys.
We're going to have 6 heats.
If not more.
An A, B, and a C.
Yeah.
But no, I've been talking to some late model guys, and I've been spreading the word. Are you coming? Well, heck yeah. Because what is that? $4,000?
$4,000 to win.
$4,000 to win.
Mm-hmm.
How often do you see that kind of money
On the West Coast, you
No,
don't.
wait a minute. In the late model division, isn't there also still that?
contingency fee or
Yeah.
whatever?
For
the win or long travel, long distance, or
well, it's $200 to start
okay.
if you make the feature. We do know that. That's standard now. It's $1,000 to win. $200 that money comes to Northwest Trucking Academy. So they're paying $200 of the $1,000. I haven't got a payout yet. You guys believe me, I'm working on this hard. Don Martin probably hates me at this point because I've been around racing a long time. I know people. I've been in sales a long time. I know personalities. I've worked with a lot of race promoters. 2 of the promoters I've worked with that you don't pressure were Claire Arnold, And the other one's Mike McCann.
Yeah.
Okay. You can beg and beg and beg. You're going to get that information when they want to give it to you. So I know there's a lot of late model guys listening right now.
They want to know.
Guys, listen. My phone only has my battery. I charge my phone 2-3 times a day because it gets down to 8%. I've got so many people calling me and texting me through Facebook, text messages, otherwise, emails. What's the payout? I mean, we're talking guys from a lot of guys from California. These guys don't want to travel that far without knowing. I mean, great. Here, I even had one driver say to me, you know what, $4,000 a win is great. But what's the rest of it pay? I'd rather see $2,500 to win with
higher payout,
$2,000 for second and $1,500 for third and on back. That blew my mind. I mean, I get it. I understand that.
You know, that actually surprises me as well. Like, hugely surprises me because these drivers are there to win.
Right.
I understand
right. But
that.
they all know the risk and they're being conservative.
But
too
here's my question.
Yeah.
Here's my question. If you're going to take the approach that you're going to show up to finish second or third,
Don't go.
Don't go. What are you even racing for?
Well, you know, that's a huge race, though, and
I don't
I'm
care.
sure where they're coming from.
Yeah,
well,
but if you're not going to win, if you're not going expected
you're
to
drawing
win,
the best
Same team,
drivers.
man.
You're not just the best drivers. You're drawing all of the late model drivers from the Northwest and California as well.
As a racer, if you're not going to win, you shouldn't go.
That's and Ed, we're understanding each other
You know,
here. If you're not showing up to race for the win, don't show up at all. Who cares what second place pays?
I never went to a race to run second.
Nope.
Did you?
No.
Gary?
You know, I do get it, you guys. It's not that I don't get it, but I also get that the competition out there in the late model division is crazy good.
Well, of course.
No doubt
there
about it.
There are some fantastic
high-level
drivers out there.
And you start talking about getting guys up here like Bobby Hogue. We've got a win this year at Southern Oregon with 2 wins if you count 2 different divisions. You know, we're talking to Rob Sanders. We've talked with Clay Daly. We've talked with multiple teams out of California. If these guys show up, like a lot of them have said, and some of them are still working on getting here, we're going to have a lot of cars, guys. It's going to be I think the late model count here will rival anything we've seen at the at the Budweiser Nationals.
Mm-hmm.
You think anybody's going to show up from Vegas?
I don't know. I've talked with a driver from Arizona. I'm not counting on that. They want to come. They do have some scheduling issues, but they really want to come to this race. I'm not going to count on that particular driver. But Oregon, Washington, California, you're going to see that. Mm-hmm. You're going to see a lot of late models. But again, I've had so many people ask me, what's the payout? What's the payout? It's $4,000 to win.
That's all we know.
If I knew the rest of it, man, I'd be on the phone calling you. I'm going to.
We'd probably just post it. We'd probably just post it on Moxie.
Well, it'll be posted on Moxie, and it'll be posted on Western Dirt Late Models.
Southern Oregon Speedway.
Southern Oregon Speedway. It'll be all over the place. I will personally make phone calls like I do every week to get drivers to the track. I can't tell you. It drives Sandy nuts sometimes, the amount of the time I spend on my phone texting and calling drivers.
All week long.
It's what you do.
You don't take a day off.
It's what we do. It's part of growing the sport. And we're going to talk about this. We're not going to talk about it tonight, but we're going to talk about it because I got into a conversation, very interesting conversation, that spurred a lot of thoughts in my head. And
Gary,
I'm telling you right now,
you never want to stir up his head.
It's going to be an interesting show. I'm not going to tell you guys when that's going to happen. I'll tell you the week of. But I'm working on a show that's going to be kind of a special feature.
We might even have a special guest, maybe.
That's what I'm working on. Thank you. I didn't want to throw it out there, but...
But, hey, leave it to your wife. She kind of blabs everything.
She kind of does.
Corey's like that, that comic book character. I remember when I was a kid, there was one that had like a clear brain, a clear covering on his brain, like a neutrino man or something. And when he started thinking, it would Sparks would start.
Yeah. Yep.
Is that the way he does?
That's absolutely the way he does.
His hair stands up,
That already happens anyways.
Oh, well, see, his hair's looking pretty good tonight. Yeah.
That's the reason it won't lay down. It's all that static.
It is.
That's gel. That's gel. I am working on a special guest for this show. There's a particular guest that I want that will come in, and the conversation will be, and you guys will understand when I give you the subject. I'm not going to give it to you. You guys know how I am like when it comes to this stuff. Sandy knows because I had a discussion on her, should I do this?
I got a pretty good idea of where you're going with this.
Okay, well.
I don't have
I don't know, but I think we're sometimes on the same wavelength
you do it
anyway,
we do
so
things alike, but it's going to be a great show.
You said enough for me to kind of figure it out.
Okay, well.
I'm just going to guess on that.
Your thinking is as screwed up as mine, so if you figure that out, it wouldn't surprise me. But it's going to be an interesting show, and we're going to have that here coming up. And it might, you know what, that might be on a Tuesday night or I don't know. But we're going to have a special guest. I'm going to work around that guest schedule to get him in the studio to have a very interesting conversation about something that was said to me that really started turning my gears. Because what was said to me blindsided me so bad. And I don't mean in a bad way, but it blindsided me like that is an interesting thought that I personally would have never have gone down that lane. I wouldn't have. It's not the way that
I don't have a clue.
It'll be interesting, though, seriously, to see everybody's thoughts on that subject because you guys are going to love it. It's going to be very interesting, and it's racing. Where is racing going?
Stop.
I'm not saying another word.
She's going to let the cat out of the bag.
That just sealed my deal in my mind
See,
about where that's going.
That's
I got it. I got it. So my lips are sealed.
I'm still in the dark. I stay in the dark pretty regularly.
So late model feature at Southern Oregon Speedway 2 weeks ago. Trent Elliott was the winner. Darren Colville finished second. Third place went to Dave Everson in the 40. Nathan Augustine was fourth. Bob Dees rounded out the top five. Everson, Augustine, and Dees they all could have been either one of those cars. Could have been either one of those positions. Great race. Behind Bob Dees, Eric Massey fought his way back from the spin to finish sixth. Dave Foote in the 75. Miles Dubert, Greg Arnold, Cliff Massey, Dustin Knight. First time we've seen him, and then Mark Waggy was DNS. Late models they're back this weekend for the third annual Cascade Wingless 360 Sprint Car Challenge Race. And that's presented by Hers Precision Parts. $3,500 to win for the wingless sprint cars this Saturday. Okay. We also have the dwarf cars, Valley Store Late Model Lights, OTR Hardtops. If you want any more information on that particular show, go to SouthernOregonSpeedway.com. Okay, don't use the link on Facebook. Let's get to the sprint cars.
This is going to be an exciting weekend. There's going to be some big money being doled out Saturday.
Well, from here on out, the month of August is big at Southern Oregon Speedway. $3,500 to win for the wingless sprint cars. You've got, $4,000 for late models. I think there's a $2,500 sport mod race, and then we've got the R. Charles, which pays $5,000 to win for the modifieds.
Wow.
Last year's modified count, talking with Don Martin, 83 modifieds.
What?
Like that. Yeah.
Yes. Yeah, it's going to be big.
I think we sleep in the vehicle and drive home Sunday morning.
I think, well.
What do you mean? There'll be
I
daylight.
don't-
I was going to say, I may just have to get a bed somewhere.
Well, I don't
Gary.
think you're going to need it because I think we're going to go late on that one with that many good cars. And,
Yeah.
Well, we'll probably just be driving on adrenaline home anyway,
I'm
because
always
that
on
sounds
adrenaline.
like,
We'll be
Good
pulling
action.
out at daylight.
wow, that's
gonna
going to
be
be
You know what, Ed?
fun.
I hate to say it, but Ed's probably right on that one. Yeah, let's get into the sprint car feature.
My favorites.
You're a sprint car guy, Ed. I know.
Yep.
We saw a first-time winner at Southern Oregon Speedway this year for the season. Not a first-time winner, but at that track this year.
A surprise visitor.
Another new winner. Surprise, yeah. I had no idea he was coming. Showed up, had a great conversation with him, had a good time laughing and joking. Good bunch of guys.
Yep. Talked to him before the races a bunch.
We did. Winner out of a regular at Cottage Grove, Kenzer Cox. I want to talk about this race because, again, Kinser looked good from the first time he got on the track, the hot lap. As soon as I saw that car pull out, I went, The streak